Hi there, my name is Allie Hart and I'm your host of The Snack Table, and I'm so honored to have with me today TV show writer and food enthusiast. He's not sure about a steamed clam, but he sure loves a steamed ham. Bill Oakley.
Thank you, Allie. The perfect introduction for me. I appreciate you having me here to take place in this, I would say, pretty big snack rundown that we're about to have.
Yes. Today we are going to be partaking in the world's biggest tournament, the championship. I hope you're ready
it's
to
right up my alley.
Fight for your life, possibly.
I think there's going to be a lot of things in here. There might even be some ones I've had before.
Oh, I'm sure.
I suspect that it'll be fun to narrow them down and finally choose the one that's deserving of the top spot.
Yeah, so I wanted to give the viewers a little bit of your background. It's pretty interesting. So you're a big food enthusiast, big snack guy nowadays, but you used to be the TV show writer for The Simpsons and even the showrunner on seasons 7 and 8.
That's correct. I've been a TV writer for over 30 years with my partner Josh Weinstein. Back in the day, I was a writer for and showrunner of The Simpsons back in what some people consider the golden era. And then after that, Josh and I worked on many other shows together, including Futurama, Disenchantment. I've also worked separately on things like Portlandia, and I still do a whole bunch of writing, although not so much for TV. I have an audio project starring Natasha Lyonne that is my main writing job these days. But in addition to that, about half my time is devoted to food pursuits. And it's not just snacks, it's also sometimes like frozen food, fast food, it's the people's food, as someone politely put it one time, or elevated lowbrow food. So I do this on my Instagram. I also appear on the History Channel on The Food That Built America as a regular panelist, and I do other food-related things that bolster my reputation as a food celebrity.
Yeah, and I would say, like, where did this fascination and love for food come from or originate?
You know, I think I realized that the psychohistory of this is because when I was a kid, we lived out in the country, and the nearest McDonald's was like about 60 miles away. So I would only get to go to McDonald's for my birthday, and back then McDonald's was advertising towards kids all the time.
Oh, yeah.
With all McDonald's Land stuff and Grimace and stuff. So I was like, McDonald's is the place to be. I got to be there all the time. And I didn't get to go there. So I started to make up, when I finally got to drive, I finally started making up for it by going to McDonald's all the time. And I gradually became the kind of person who wanted to be like, I want to be the first person to try the new Chicken McNugget sauce. I want to be the first person to try the new Arch Deluxe or something of that nature at McDonald's. And then it sort of expanded into, I want to be the first person to try this new frozen pizza that arrived at the supermarket. And is expanded out from there.
I would agree. I think that that's where my love for the snacks too is I want to be the first one to try this. I text my friends about it. I send them pictures about the snacks in the store. And when I was setting up this project, I was like, what kind of things am I interested in? And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm talking about snacks all the time, probably annoyingly, I don't know, and it's not something I think there is a little bit of logic to it, something, a little bit more philosophical, higher education. But yeah, I'm one of the only classmates of mine, I guess, that are doing silly snack projects compared to a lot more deeper topics. But
well, I wouldn't say it's necessarily so silly in that well, first of all, it's a colossal industry that makes a lot of money, for one thing. And it's also I'm actually literally tomorrow morning going to Las Vegas for the specialty food show, which is hundreds, if not thousands, of makers of a lot of it's snacks, but also things like cheeses and charcuterie and things from all over the world. And so it's not, it doesn't all have to be just Cool Ranch Doritos, although that's a very profitable product. There's all sorts, the world of snacks can be anything. And, I'm interested in trying all of it.
I also wanted to talk to you about, I started watching this week, Mission Hill.
Hey, all right.
And I love it.
Thank you.
I think you talked about this in The Simpsons when you guys were showrunners, exploring all the different backstories of the characters and their relationships. And I kind of saw that in Mission Hill, where the first episode I knew exactly what each character was like. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, I really I enjoy it, and I'm sad that it got canceled, but I know.
Thank you. It has this weird second life. For those who don't know what I was referring to, after my partner Josh and I left The Simpsons, we created our own animated show that was sort of informed by the things we had learned at The Simpsons, that dealt with a whole different type of world, which is the world of young people living in the city. We determined in The Simpsons, we realized there's no characters that are between the ages of 12 and 25, except for Otto, who is not that fun to write for. So we were like, let's create a show about this, where most of the characters are that universe. So it's the stars of the show are a 24-year-old guy who lives in the city, who's a struggling young cartoonist, and his little brother, who's a high school student who comes to live with him. The show, we all thought it came out great, but it got canceled. This was back in the day when it mattered what time your show was on, as opposed to a streaming service, and the show was on a time that nobody was watching, so it got canceled fast. Anyway, it has, 25 years later, it has had this weird renaissance. This whole year, Josh and I have been on tour around the country showing it in movie theaters.
Oh.
And we've done 3 shows here in Portland, but we've been all over, Dallas, Pittsburgh, Orlando, San Francisco, Seattle, all over the place. And every city seems to have about 150 people who love Mission Hill, who remember it, and it was very formative. So it's been really fun to experience it with audiences all over the country.
Yeah, I also this is like a side note, but I love like watching it, and I'm like listening, and I'm like, oh, that's Tom Kenny. SpongeBob was like my formative cartoon.
And you, I'm sure as a Mission Hill fan, you know that voice came from, the SpongeBob voice originally appeared on Mission Hill.
Yes!
In episode 5 where he's Jimmy Briskin.
Yes!
That was the SpongeBob voice that Tom Kenny did several months before he auditioned for SpongeBob.
I'm Jimmy Briskin. You might know me better as Ewok Villager number 2.
Yeah, that's what I was like looking at the time. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, this was made before SpongeBob. And then like listening to the Brisket guy, I was like, that is SpongeBob. Yeah, I've become a big fan of yours within a short amount of time, but...
Well, thank you.
Yeah, yeah. But anyways, are you ready to enter the Thunderdome?
I'm ready. I'm going to have a little water even before we begin.
The champion of this championship will be winning the sought out after championship wrestling belt.
Oh, wow, the title belt. Oh, my God. That's beautiful. Okay,
the
great.
chip bag will be wearing this after they win. First up on our bracket, we have Lay's.
Okay, now these, maybe you already saw these on the Instagram. These are one of the best overseas Lay's.
Really?
This is the Numb and Spicy Hot Pot,
Yes!
Right? Yes, these are, because I give out these annual awards on my Instagram called the Steamy Awards. Yes, these won Steamies about 4 years ago, and I've had them several times since, and they are, there's a huge galaxy of Lay's potato chips that are flavors that we would never see here in America. These are they're actually my second favorite. There's a new version of these that have come out that is called the Secret Spicy Hot Pot. That is even a little bit better, but these are magnificent, so it's going to be hard to beat these. Sometimes when you get these, and they're much older than you would think they are.
Okay. Whoa, these smell like Hot Pot. And I love that it's a wavy.
Yeah, I feel that the ruffled chip is almost always better.
Those are really good.
It's going to be hard to beat these. It's like starting off in the first round against the Super Bowl champ. These are going to go all the way to the end, I think.
That's your predictions starting now.
I can't even begin to identify the number of flavors going on in these chips, but they smell and taste like Hot Pot, and with the various spices and vegetables and so forth that are in there. It's really hard to single out any particular flavor, but overall I love them.
Okay, yeah, those are great. All right, and going up against these, we have Sabritas Adobadas.
Okay, those are good too. I love those. Those are from Mexico. And you can tell Mexico, interestingly, has these huge, unlike America, they have huge warnings on their chips about how unhealthy they are, and pretty much every country does that. It really goes to show you how much the chip lobby, how much power they have in America.
Adobadas refers to like a marinade that is traditionally used in a lot of Mexican cooking.
These have a good texture. They're very crispy and a little bit thicker than American Lay's, I think.
I like the tang that they have.
They have real chipotle pepper flavor. Kind of like a little bit of roasted tomato maybe in there, but also you can really taste the chipotle, which is rare for a chip. Now these are very good, but are these two facing off?
Yeah, they are.
I'm sorry. This one, with any other competitor, these probably would have taken the prize, but there's no beating those.
No, I agree. The Hot Pot, I think, has like a more complex flavor in the texture. I agree. All right, Hot Pot, you're making it to the next round. Against Hot Pot, we have Chipotle and Chorizo Fritos.
That sounds good, and I have never tried these. These are also Mexican.
Yes, all different nationalities here today. I like the bag design.
Yes, I do too. They've got a lot more personality than American Fritos.
Yeah, it's like very retro.
All right, that smells good.
I'm always like hesitant about meat flavored.
Those aren't very good.
I don't like them. There's a flavor that really hits you.
It's the chorizo. It's not, the Chipotle is very subdued in this as opposed to in the previous one. It's mostly a fake chorizo flavor, chorizo sausage flavor that isn't really, that kind of misses the mark.
Here.
They're not even in the same ballpark with
they aren't.
lemon spicy ones. I would not buy those again, and I'd eat any more of them.
Hot Pot, you're making it to the next round. Chipotle, get out of here.
Ooh, now these are a big question mark.
And
They're
oyster.
a newcomer. In my universe, I've never had any birch chips.
I have never had Bert's chips either. It was really hard to find British. Yeah, the British aren't really well known for their snacks.
Ireland is where the best ones come from. Ireland, I guess, famous for potatoes, but they have this brand called Tato.
Yes.
Have you seen those?
Yeah.
Okay. They have a prawn cocktail flavor, which is very good.
I think I saw that on your channel. Next up in our bracket, we have Bert's prawn cocktail potato chips. They are from good old Britain. And then we have the roasted garlic oyster flavor Lay's. I'm not liable for the pack of stray cats that may follow you home later.
Wow. Seafood chips are a real hit and miss. Like, they can be, in my opinion, sometimes they're repulsive. So I guess we'll see if we hit it.
I am a person who loves like strong fishy flavors, like in, I don't know, like Nordic food.
Oh yeah,
like, you know,
but not on chips.
Not on chips. It's a harder thing to. But the prawn cocktail I'm a little interested to buy because there is the ketchup aspect of.
Yes, and that's where I think it shines, at least the Irish versions that I've had.
Yes, so yeah, let's see how these.
But they do have this kind of a seafood store smell.
Yeah. Yes.
Good texture on these. Essentially, it's kind of a light, very, very light, mild cocktail sauce flavor, I would say.
Yeah, there's a little bit of like a fishiness that I get at first that I'm like unsure about, but
The fishiness is more in the odor than in the taste, which is a little more like a subdued cocktail sauce, I think. But those are pretty good.
yeah, how do they compare to the Tato brand?
The Tato ones are stronger and thus better, I think.
Yeah, these ones are pretty light for me. All right, let's try. You've tried the roasted garlic.
I don't know if I've tried these. I've tried some other oysters. They've got a lot of different oyster chips over there.
They don't really have a flavor to them or smell to them so far.
This is a tricky one because the flavor is much stronger in these. And I'm tasting both the garlic and the oyster.
Yes.
Pretty substantially.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I do think I like these more than those.
Got it.
But I don't know. It's a real like C plus B minus situation.
Like we're kind of just settling here at this point.
I would say this wins it by a very small margin.
Yeah, I'd agree. All right. Prawn cocktail, get out of here. Roasted garlic oyster, you're making it to the next round. We have, I don't know if you tried these.
I have tried Torres. These are Torres. Which flavor
or
are these?
Iberian ham.
Okay, I've heard those are great. Every month somebody's like, you got to try these Torres chips, you got to try the Torres. And I've tried them 6 or 7 times, and I never love them. This is the one flavor I haven't had, and I've told it's excellent.
Okay, well, I'm excited then. All right. I hate when chip bags open like this.
Yes.
I don't know about you.
I feel like all chip bags these days should be those ones with the Ziploc on the top. They probably are a lot more expensive to make. Let me smell it a little first. Now these are very, very well made chips that they look beautiful.
They like glisten.
And they look. I'm gonna have 2, and they have a beautiful looking texture. It's very mild.
What were some of your first jobs growing up?
I did inventory on a regular basis at a camera store. I worked for my dad writing computer software. I worked at a deli for a couple weeks. Not my forte.
I worked at a pizza place in high school, and this tastes like the whirl that we would put on the breadsticks. Like the fake butter flavor.
Just for sheer snacking pleasure. If I were sitting there watching TV, I would still want these rather than these.
I agree. So, next up on our bracket, we have curry shrimp chips. And we have Lay's sizzling squid.
Ooh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, that could really go either way for me.
A lot more fish we have to try.
it could really taste like sizzling squid, and I still wouldn't like it. These I'm very curious about because, first of all, I've never seen any Indonesian chips, and the curry sounds very tempting.
So a lot of my classmates told me that come from Asian cultures told me that shrimp chips, that was like their #1 snack and the #1 thing I need to try. And I've had shrimp chips before, but I've never seen the curry flavor before.
I never heard of them.
So I'm really excited.
Where did you get these?
World Market.
Wow.
Yeah. World Market's really stepping up their game lately.
I have been to, I go to World Market and spend 45 minutes looking through all that stuff.
Yeah.
For a couple of months.
I know, I kind of just like have my thing where I walk to the gummy snacks, back to the chips, back to the gummy snacks, back to the chips, back to the gummy snacks, back to the chips.
These are good. They're not like any of these other chips. They're very different. The texture, they're puffy, but still crunchy. There's the shrimp you can barely taste, but it's a very light, flavorful, kind of sweet curry.
I love that texture. It's a lot thicker than other shrimp chips I've tried, but I don't mind it. And it kind of like gives me that satisfaction of like what I would want to eat, like styrofoam. Do you ever,
Very satisfying styrofoam peanuts, yeah. There's lots of snacks like, Pirate Booty and from Trader Joe's that are kind of like styrofoam peanuts. And there's peanut ones.
The Bombas.
Yes, Bomba, right. I really like these. They're super surprising. They're very different than almost every other snack competing today.
Okay. Sizzling squid. Woo! Woo! That's got some spice to it.
It is sizzling.
Yeah, I want it to come out and like.
I like that. I mean, I like that. That whatever the spice is, promising.
Yeah, I'm not getting like squid a lot, but like whatever that spice is, it's like almost something similar to the Szechuan. But I think we both have to agree. The curry shrimp chips.
Yeah, they came out of nowhere.
All right.
To take the title for this round.
Yeah. All right. Shrimp chips, you're making it to the next round. We have another fish flavor for you, Bill. I hope you're excited. It's cup and noodle tom yum flavor.
Ooh, well, this is another one I've never seen before. I mean, it's obviously based on the cup. It comes from Nissan, or at least has their trademark on it, so.
Okay.
There's got a lot going on, and it's spicy.
Whoa.
This is the spiciest chip so far.
First I get like a fish flavor.
Yeah?
Then I get a lime flavor. And then I get a spice flavor. That was quite a journey.
It's really well crafted. I mean, like, from the first bite to 15 seconds later, you're going on a number of different flavors. These are pretty good. It's going to be hard to beat these, but I do like these.
Yeah, these are really good, but I do really like the texture of the shrimp curry chip. Shrimp curry, you're making it to the next round. Now I would say we're going a little bit on the sweeter side.
Okay, I'm excited to give it a try.
I had to go run to the gas station to get these.
Oh, okay. That's perfect.
I forgot my Vlasic corn puffs at home. So first up, we have sweet corn Cheetos. Oh my!
I'm looking forward to this.
It's like a cereal. Smell that.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That's dessert, Bill.
I mean, it certainly does smell like sweet buttered corn. Okay. These deliver 100%. You can really distinctly taste the corn on the cob, butter, and honey in all of these. And the texture, I mean, is good. It's Cheetos, crunchy Cheetos is a great texture for these.
I don't hate them, but I don't like them. But I kind of want more.
It's tricky because with this, I feel like I can have 6 or 7 and then never want any more.
I think it would lose its novelty like pretty fast.
Yeah, but the first one is dynamite.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Okay. Now I have not had many Takis beyond normal Takis. It was between these and like the blue ones.
Yeah.
Have you had the blue ones?
I think so.
Yeah, I was a little scared about that, but
I mean, I like these. These are just Takis. They're not much to do with Takis. They're potato chips.
Yeah.
It's Takis brand potato chips, which they call Waves, with the sweet dragon chili, and I can't remember whether I like them or not. Yeah, this is kind of like with the flavor that you often would see like called sweet Thai chili, but it's spicier. As Takis are known to be. This is the thing, like, I could eat this whole bag
Yeah.
and and forget about it. I could eat 6 of these and never forget about them. You know, I don't even know we're going to judge this.
I'm more impressed by these, not because of like the flavor. I mean the flavor, but the innovation behind the flavor.
I'll buy that. These are a real achievement.
Sweet corn, you're coming on home to the next bracket. Takis waves, get out of here. Okay, and I'm really excited about these.
Oh my God, me too. I have not had those
You
yet.
haven't? Yay! They just came out like within
A couple weeks?
a couple weeks, and I am a big fan of pizza flavor. I don't know about
Me
you.
too. Me too. And it's hard to find pizza flavor that's really that good.
Upon first smell, very Cheeto.
It's like normal Cheetos, but there's one or two other flavorings. Nah, they didn't do it. They didn't do it, I don't think. They just taste like regular Cheetos have something slightly wrong with them.
They have like, it's just like oregano at the end.
This is barely any different than regular Cheetos.
Boo! Man, that's so disappointing. Sweet corn, you're making it to the next round. We have hot pot versus oyster.
All right, we're in the semifinals now.
We're in the semifinals. Now, I think this is going to be an easy one for you.
I don't think I even need to try them. The hot pot wins for sure. This really appeals to my palate, and I love these. This, interesting to try, but not something I would want to eat a whole bag of.
Yeah. All right, hot pot, you're making it to the finals. Curry and corn.
Oh, no, this is going to be tough. Now we're getting to the tough competition.
Yeah, I think the curry chips are kind of like a little bit of an upheaval for you with this
For
hot
sure,
pot.
yeah. These are a revelation.
I love a shrimp chip.
Okay. There's no question in my mind. Although these have a more intense flavor, I could easily eat a whole bag of these, or 2 whole bags. This, I don't want more than 3 or 4, so I think it loses, you know?
Yeah, I agree. All right, Bill.
Is this the finals?
This is the finals.
Oh my God, it is. It's the Super Bowl of snacking here.
Cue lightning.
Now this is gonna be tough. It's a tough call. All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try. Damn. Okay.
The world's resting on our shoulders.
Okay, I've made my decision.
I've made my decision. What's your
All right,
decision?
what if we have this? It's a close call. In my mind, these are delicious. However, once I eat like a whole bag of them, I don't need another bag for like a year, right? These, I want another bag right away. And I think that's the reason these win. They win by, for me, they win by just a few points. You know, it's like they win a field goal. But these are delicious, but they are rich and they are very satisfying. And once I've had a bag, honestly, I don't want another bag for months.
Yeah.
These have whatever it is that makes me want to keep coming back. And I know I can eat 1 or 2 bags in one sitting and want some more a few days later.
I think I agree. Shrimp chips, like, really just like hit the spot. And the curry.
These have a subtlety too.
Yeah.
That's the thing about these. These hit you over the head with their flavor, which is fine. But the subtlety of these is what makes you want to keep eating them.
Yeah, I want to snack and snack and snack and snack. Shrimp chips, I think, win. All right.
Congratulations. Coming out of nowhere to beat the champion, in my mind. These ones these ones I've had for years, never been topped. This came out of nowhere and took home the title.
She's kind of skinny. Wow, so beautiful. Congrats, Shrimp Chips. Taking home the gold. Thank you for representing your home country in this chip championship. Well, I hope you had a great time.
I did, and these are a real revelation. You say they came from World Market.
World Market.
Yeah, I've got to get out
You
there.
gotta go. Have you been to H Mart?
Yes, the H Mart is very near me, so I go pretty frequently. World Market I only get to once every couple of months, but yeah, I do bring home a lot of stuff, and this is one thing I've never seen.
Yeah, exciting. Well, thank you so much for joining us here at the Chip Championship. Thank you for joining us too at the snack table where me and Bill, we got to snacking, we got to yapping, and now we are gonna go chug gallons of water in order to flush the sodium out of our bodies. Cheers. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
We're snacking and we're yapping. Snack, 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 snack. Yap, 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 yap. Snack, 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 snack. Snack, 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 snack.
Sean's from Las Vegas.
Cool. I'm very excited.
Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent.